Nicolas Cournoyer from Piknic Électronik. So it started in 2003. What did inspire it is that I'd say the electronic music scene at the time was getting more and more popular. There was a lot of events, and at some point it kind of lose the spirit around the electronic music scene in Montreal, and that's why we decided to create a new event. What we wanted at the time is that for people to just know and discover the electronic music scene. There was a lot of prejudice around that kind of music at the time because it was in after hours and raves with drugs and everything. So we wanted people to just acknowledge that it's a new kind of music and you can enjoy it. So. And the other thing is that we wanted to take it out from his usual environment. So instead of going at nighttime, we wanted to do it during the daytime, to have families and all kinds of people, to be in a park, which changed the mood of and the perception of the people around that kind of music. So that was the spirit. We want to showcase the local talents that we had. There was a lot of DJs in Montreal as well at the time, and we thought it was a good idea to just stand an event in a park during the daytime. The event takes place in the Parc Jean-Drapeau, so it's an island just south of Montreal, 5 minutes from downtown Montreal. So it's a beautiful park, green spaces, mature trees. It's quite bucolic, and it takes place from every Sunday of the summertime, so from May to September, from 2 p.m. to 9:30 p.m. It does influence a lot. Because, you know, the electronic music used to be in warehouses and bars and like I said, during the nighttime. At the time, there was those smoky venues. And so to be outside, it changed the mood of the people. It's more open-minded. There's more people, I would say, from age styles. It's really eclectic, I'd say, crowd that we have. And of course, to be outside during the daytime in green spaces, it brings something different. The other thing is that it's a ritual. It's every Sunday. So there's a lot of people who comes every week, and as it's on a Sunday, it's Sunday afternoon, there's a lot of people just coming to chill out and to recharge their batteries just before beginning the next week at work. So it's a bit different. Like I said, it's not party night on Friday and Saturday. It's a more chill aspect. Of course, people are partying a bit. They have a good time. They picnic. But there are some people just lay back and. You can just be outside and enjoy the summertime. And as you know, Montreal, the summertime in Montreal lasts the summertime in Montreal is really short. So people just embrace it and experience it as much as they could because winter is coming. Like I said, it's a weekly event. So we have around 20-25 events during the summertime. So we don't want to be only in one kind of electronic music. We have really a broad variety of styles. So it goes from house, hard house, dubstep, some funk, some techno as well. We're not that much in EDM, pure EDM music, but like I said, it's a lot of electronic music that allows us to have different kind of people. So we can please all music lovers. And that's why we didn't want to be only in a specific electronic music. So it goes from newcomers, some old school ones, some people getting more and more popular. So we kind of try to have a balance of those artists during the summertime. The first act we had at Piknic Électronik was DJ Mouse and Sound Shaper. So of course, there were local DJs. The first few years, it was really a small event. So we had first year an average of 200 people. So it was really friendly. All of our friends and other people, like I said, were deserting those raves and wanted to have something special. So it was really small. In the first few years, it was more local DJs. That's what we wanted to showcase as well. There was a lot of talent in Montreal, and it took, I would say, a few years before having international guests. So one of the most memorable set we had at Piknic was the one with Josh Wink, and others as well when the weather is involved. So it was a bright day, sunny, beautiful day with thousands of people on the dance floor. But we knew at some point that there were risk of thunderstorms at night. So by the end of the day, so what did happen? We saw those black, dark clouds coming, and then the storm hit us. And at some point, it was just raining sideways, and people were continuing dancing. But at some point, it got really windy, and there was some risk for the public. So it was the first time in our history that we had to shut down and tell on the mic to people to just go away, get somewhere safe. And people will start just running everywhere in bushes, at the subway. They tried to find something to hide, and like I said, the storm hit us for 15 minutes. But afterwards, what? Bright sun again at the end of the day. So I'd say what we do. It was almost the end. There was only 15 minutes left over at the day. So I'd say, okay, let's put music. So just put the music, and then we saw all those people just running, came back and screaming, all wet all over, and dancing their life, screaming, and that was the most epic reaction of the public and of a set at Piknic. As we're not pinpoint on a specific electronic music, I'd say that the public we're trying to have at the event is really broad as well. So it will follow all kinds of music. If we want some dubstep crowd, we go with that kind of music, more bassy stuff, more house, some I would say more conventional electronic music. So it's really eclectic. The public goes from young people to older one, with some with families, some hipsters, douchebags, hippies, all kinds of people. So it's an open mind event. We're gathering all kinds of people, and we want to keep it like this because that's what makes special the event. In fact, the crowd has a real huge impact. We know in Montreal people are music lovers, all kinds of music, not only electronic music, and I would say the dialogue, the interaction with the DJs is really special, and that's why those DJs love to come back in Montreal, and that's part of the spirit of the event. So you're during the daytime, you're outside in a green space with those good DJs and people in a good mind, so that's the perfect recipe for us. What's so unique? First of all, we're in the best city in the world. We have the best crowd as well. But the main thing is it goes on every week. So it's a weekly event. It's a ritual. People comes on Sunday. There's not that much competition as well. It's really laid back. People are just open mind. They want to have fun. They're gathering together, having a good time. So it's really a chill event, but with good music, all kinds of music. So we can go on with those bookings. It sets the whole summertime in Montreal on the cultural scene. So that's one thing. If you want to gather, so if people are just traveling and comes in Montreal, then you know that every Sunday from May to September, you can go, jump in, have a good time. Even though if you don't know the bookings, the artist who's playing, it doesn't mind. So it's to be there with the Montreal way of life, with the good spirit, the Latin blood. We like to party, and that's why I think people like this event. Of course, there's a lot of challenges we had over the course of time. Sometimes it's financial, so money-wise. So sometimes it's growing. If it goes too fast, you need to adapt and adjust stuff. But I would say the main main challenge we have is with the weather. It all decide if it will be a good summer or not. If you're canceling a few events because it's raining, or you have a too wet or too much thunderstorm during the summertime, that's pretty tough. And you never know. And as we're on a public site, we're setting up on the same day and wrapping up on the same day. So you can't just say, okay, I'll open because it's a beautiful weather. So you need to be ready with the employees to set up and decide or not if you do the event. So if you pull the trigger and say, okay, let's do it, and it's raining all day, you lose a lot of money. On the other hand, if you you take the wrong decisions, it costs you a lot because the expenses are still there. So the weather is our main challenge. And like I said, the evolution of the music scene, you need to really be up to date. If you sit on your couch and wait, people will forget you. You won't be actual. You won't have those good bookings, and you want to last in time, and that's what we're trying. We were talking about challenges. I almost forgot we're in pandemic era. Of course, it does affect us. Last year we've been to we've done virtual events, but there's nothing like being there in person. So that was pretty tough. So we lost the year 2020. We were really on a good wave in 2019. We averaged 8,000, 10,000 people every Sunday, so it was really incredible. So everything stopped, and to date we don't know what will be what will look this the next summer in 2021. But of course, it does affect us a lot. I said that the weather was the main challenge, but for now it's the pandemic. It's tough on on everyone because artists can't work. We do not work, even though we have some plan Bs, but it's tough. Fortunately, there's some subsidies from the government that help us, and we just keep fingers crossed for the next step. But of course, once it will be secure for people to go out and go to events, we know that people will be looking forward for that and be willing to dance and enjoy those events, but we don't know yet, and that's the main problem. Is the future. In short term, we don't know, but on long term, we know that Piknic will survive and be there in 20 years again. Never let me go.